Welcome to the Inspiration for an Empowered Life podcast, sponsored by the Image Designers. They will help you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. Now, here's your host, the Image Master, Holly Porter.
Hello and welcome to another day of the podcast. I'm Holly Porter from the Image Designers, and I have a special guest with me today who is a new friend to me, and her name, I'm going to say it right? AngelaMaría. AngelaMaría.
Yes,
and
perfect.
Welcome. We're so happy to have you here today.
Thank you so much, Holly, for inviting me. I'm so excited. I love to do this and share with the world this all new way of living. I just love it. Thank you.
Oh, well, we chatted. We have a mutual friend named Sin, and she connected me with you, and I'm so excited that I got to meet you today. So let me read a little bio on you. Okay, you're an intuitive human energy scanner. I love that. You identify the circuit that's not only working in the energy field due to emotional experiences or mental patterns, creating confusion, lack of energy to move towards your dreams, and a sense of being stuck. She provides the information needed to restore that flow of energy through action. That restoration facilitates the process of manifestation to create the life that you dream, desire, and deserve. She guides empowerment processes by helping people in this human experience to connect to that divinity, which we already are. AngelaMaría, did I say that right? Is certified as a soul realignment practitioner, spiritual and life coach, and Reiki master. She has been working with energy and teaching how to shift your energy vibration for more than 10 years. And what's the name of your business?
Change, action, shift, energy.
Change, action, shift, energy. That is like one of the coolest names I have ever heard. I love it. And we were talking before we started the podcast about business names and different things, and how you checked on that 100%. That was supposed to be, that was in alignment with you, right?
Yes.
So I cheated and said, please check a couple things for me. And she did. And I'm super excited about that, because we're going to be talking a little bit about that today with, you checked on multi-passioneurs. That is a word that I'm claiming I made it up, because when I did a search on Google and I did a search on Facebook, it never came up. So I went and bought the multipassioneur.com.
Love it.
Starting a Facebook group with that, so that people can come in and get, a daily schedule of, and my definition of a multi-passioneur is an entrepreneur who is passionate about multiple things.
And I love it. And I think that's the way that the universe is moving right now. When you have your profession or your occupation or whatever you're doing, but you start feeling like, what if I really would like to, I would love to something different, but you are just like, I can't. Now I'm a doctor, man, I'm a teacher. Why not? That is the new thing right nowadays. Follow your passion. You can keep on being a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor, but then start exploring that other opportunity for you, and you don't know how much magic you can create through that new thing you're doing. It's perfectly possible.
And I love that you say that, because how many, including myself, of our listeners that are listening, have always been told, oh, hold that energy back, and no, only focus on one thing. Do you know how many people have shared that with me throughout my life? And it's like, I want to give them the middle finger. Like, seriously, it's like.
And there is something important. Yeah, and I think there is something important to clarify that we were talking before. Yes, if you have a specific intention with your new thing, for me it was this spiritual business, because I also have been a teacher for 23 years, and I am an educational consultant. I go around the United States teaching teachers how to teach a second language, specifically Spanish. But when I started with all of this, I was thinking, and I already work with energy, so I was thinking, okay, this thing that is providing me the money that I like to live, and second is another passion. I love to teach. I love to teach teachers. But now my soul, for some reason, wants me to do this other thing. If I want this other thing to be successful, I need to have my energy there. That doesn't mean I cannot keep on being a teacher, but every single action I take it with the conscience, awareness that that action I'm taking is helping me to increase my spiritual business. So it's very important. You can do many things. What you need to be thinking is, out of all of these things I'm doing, or business or actions, I'm really interested to make it successful. So I'm already successful about being a teacher. Like, I'm a really good teacher. I'm really good at being an educational consultant. I think that's why my soul started thinking, let's do something else that challenges you. Something else that gets you out of your comfort zone. So that's why my spiritual idea of having a business came. So every action that I take is based on this. Okay, I'm doing this because I want my business to grow up. I'm doing this because I need to put myself out there so people can know what I do and they can come to me to get my services as a spiritual person, not just as a Spanish educational consultant. I just want to have that very clear.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest issue, is the clarity, and others don't know how to find that balance in it. And maybe it's speaking to them, but so many people don't have their heart and passion in what they're doing. And I can honestly say I can't think of a job, unless it was, just a job way long time ago that I don't even care about, that I didn't get up every morning happy to be there. Like I most of the time I've been an entrepreneur, however, and had my own companies, but like, why on earth do people do something they do not love?
I'm going to tell you why, because I work with that people every day, because they don't think they can do something else. They don't love themselves enough, and they don't believe they deserve something different. So that's part of why I work with people. It's just helping them to embody that divinity we already are and get in contact with that power and turn that power on. Most of us in this universe, in this planet, we have the power switch off. We need to turn it on to be able to start creating what we want out of this human experience, number one. And number thing you were mentioning before, that they are just doing jobs they don't want. And you know what is one of the big negative consequences? Lack of money. So you cannot get wealth when you don't love what you do. You could be the best, and you're always going to have money, but just enough. You're not going to be able to have wealth and say, you know what, I'm going to Europe this month. Call and say, I'm going to Europe, cancel my appointments, and you can do it. There is no way. Or if your car got broken, then you have to just get a loan because you don't have enough money for those unexpected events. That could be negative or positive. In my life, I just have positive, unexpected events. They come and say, Angela, we would like you to talk in Mexico. I'm on my way. When? Angela, we would like you to have a class in Miami. I'm on my way. When? Those are the kind of unexpected events that I have created in my life. But if I don't have the money in my account, I can make it happen. People cannot always pay you in front. They want me to go there, and after I teach, I will get the money. So I want people to be very aware of this. If you feel that you are chasing money, suffering money, complaining because it's not enough, you are vibrating right here. But guess what? Money lies right here. This is where money vibrates. If you want money in your life, you need to raise your energy vibration to tune into the frequency of money. The frequency of money is not coming to your level. No way. No way.
Right. And let's talk about frequency for a minute, because that's new to a lot of people. And it's funny we're actually bringing this up because I haven't had this conversation with anybody for a while. Talk about the frequency and how that works. Like I understood it 0 to 1,000, and 1,000 was where, like, Christ is. I mean, I don't know what belief you are, but
yes,
talk about that, will you?
I'm going to make it very simple. Let's suppose that you are in your car and you want to listen to Latin music. Let's suppose you want to listen to Despacito because that is what brings your energy high and you just feel like you need to be energized. Perfect. But that is not the station you usually tune in. You're usually into country music or rock music or the 90s music. So what do you need to do? You cannot stay in that country music station saying, hey, I want to listen Despacito. There is no way Despacito is going to be played at that radio station. No way. You need to move it. And you need just to go and start listening other kind of things until you tune into the Latin station where for sure nowadays you're going to be listening to the specific song that you want. It's exactly the same with money. So you are in this vibration with fear, anger, frustration, and you want money. Money doesn't grow here. Money is not stationing here. For you to tune into money, you need to move the dial higher and higher until you get exactly here. What is this vibration? The vibration of love, trust, self-esteem, self-value. That's where you can find money, not here.
And I've taught people when I've done some meditation, and I'm certified for hypnosis as well, in meditations where you actually go in your own head and you turn up your hearing, your eyesight, your money vibration, whatever it is, you literally physically pretend there's a dial there and turn it up, and it is amazing and so powerful how that works. And
yeah, and that's the other thing, that for us to be able to turn that off and turn on the kind of frequency that allows us to tune into the frequency of money, we need to be aware of what's my relationship with money.
Mm-hmm.
Am I thinking because of my religion that I cannot serve God and money at the same time? Right. Am I believing that money doesn't grow on trees? Am I believing that I need to work so hard and put all my energy and time and effort to get something related to money? Or I do believe that money comes to me easily. Yeah. Do I believe that money grows everywhere when I want it? That money is right there when you need it? Do I believe that this universe is prosperous and abundant? And I have access to the universe because I am alive? Do I believe that I am a divinity incarnated in this human experience, and money is the first sign that is showing me you are being aligned to your own divinity? Mm-hmm. So those are the kind of beliefs that we need to check before we say, I want to tune into the frequency of money. It's not that easy. If your mind, as you said it before, it's telling you it's not possible. It's better to be poor. Rich people are wrong. They are bad people. Right. I grew up in Colombia with Pablo Escobar. So everybody who had money, they were drug dealers. My dad used to tell us, you see, money is not good. You just need money to pay your bills and eat. That's it. Because when you have money, that means that you are a drug dealer. I had to deal with a lot of those beliefs and change those beliefs in my mind and my heart to be able to create something different.
Yeah, it really is a mindset change. I talk about that in a book that I wrote a chapter in called Go For It. And I give examples, simple examples like what you said, but you know, about sex, money, we all, you know, it's all just programming. So what do you feel like with what you do is the best way to unprogram that or to change and shift that mindset? What do you believe?
Holly, I have had different kind of experiences. One of the things that I use is another tool is the Akashic Records. So I access the Akashic Records, and for whoever is listening and watching us and they have no idea what the Akashic Records are, is an energetically encyclopedia that is in the universe, and I access that encyclopedia. In that encyclopedia, I can find the information of all souls. since they incarnated in this human experience for the first time up to today. And then I can identify what kind of negativity I'm carrying in my life due to choices I made in the past, in this present life or in a past life.
Right.
But if you don't believe in past lives, then there is another thing that I'm working now, and it's one of my creations, is a program, and it's called Connection 9/3. And it's just all the work that I do is from the 9th dimension, and I guide people to create their own reality in this 9th dimension and connect it to the 3rd dimension through actions. Also the energy that I work with people and human energy scanner. So I can identify what's blocking you to achieve where you want. If it is something related to your inner child, is something related to an experience that you just recently had, or so it depends the people and the person that I get in front of me, and I can identify this is where you need, and I just go with the flow. But I have all of these tools for me, like to pull out when I'm working with my clients. That
sounds a lot like theta healing as well.
Yeah, it's also, I don't do theta healing. I've heard about it from Sin. But yeah, and that's the thing that I always tell the people. Nowadays, many things are being created for you to be able to embody the divinity you already are. If you don't feel comfortable with Akashic records, then theta healing, go to Reiki, work with chakras, there are many things right now to work on. So nobody has excuse to say, oh, I cannot grow spirituality because I don't believe in past lives, or oh my God, I can't find anything for me. There is always a way. You just need to tune into yourself and see what you resonate with and go for it.
And really, if people would just trust themselves, the best intuition is within.
Oh yeah.
And I think that scares them, or it's too woo-woo or whatever, whatever excuse. Again, that's programming.
Absolutely.
So okay, if they want to reach out to you, and you talked about maybe giving a gift away, you wanted to share that?
Yes, sure. If you resonate to all the things we have been discussing and you feel like, maybe this could be a good opportunity for me, you just can reach me out to AngelaMaría healing@gmail.com. I think Holly is going to link it to my email. You just need to mention that you were in the Holly Potter podcast, and you're going to get 30-minute session with me. We're going to be working about where you are right now, what would you like to create, and I can tell you what I'm going to find, but usually I work with the 9th dimension or the 5th dimension. Sometimes I just do a quick work with the inner child, but you're going to end up the call with a clarity about what's my next step now.
I love that. And, just a little bit of experience I had with you before we started the podcast, you're amazing. Like I've worked with a lot of healers, and I consider myself a healer, and your spirit's good, your energy's good, your vibration's good.
Oh yeah, I'm laughing.
And I'd like to see you do some of that. Is Latino? Is that how you'd say dancing? Oh yeah, yeah. I actually dated a guy years ago that was Latino, and we went in Las Vegas, and that was the first time I'd ever seen salsa dancing. I was like,
wow, it's awesome. Yes, that salsa is one of my favorite ones, and I love to dance. That's one of my ways to keep my spirit grounded in this incarnation, because this is where I choose to be. So I need to be grounded here, but working up there to make it happen here.
Well, and I love, you have the right light. I say the right light about you. And that is one of my gifts. I can see that in people. So anyone that is listening, you can't see what I'm seeing. Just know that if you want to, go further with this, get a hold of her, because this is amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you listeners for listening to, again, one of our podcasts, and we will link her information and contact, and we will see you next time. And thank you. Maybe we'll come back and have you again.
Sure. I would love to. Thank you so much for everybody. And remember, the difference between where you are and you want to be are the actions you're taking right now. Have a blessed day.
Love that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Inspiration for an Empowered Life podcast, sponsored by the Image Designers. They will help you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. You can learn more about them at theimagedesigners.com or email Holly at hollyporter.com.